Hello there, Plymouth Middle School Tech Ed students. Here is your final video on how to use SketchUp. There's one last thing I want to show you in SketchUp, and that's called the 3D Warehouse. And it'll be a good tool to use for your current assignment, which is to design your ultimate room. So to do that, you're going to make a 3D model of your ultimate room. You can either use SketchUp and create a CAD model, or you can make a physical model out of like cardboard or folded paper, Legos, or whatever. You can be creative. I think if you use SketchUp, it'll turn out much more professional and probably cooler looking. But I know some of you have been having issues using not Schoology, SketchUp. So I just want to give you that option. If you are having problems with SketchUp, it's probably one of a few different things, and I talk about those on the assignment here, because SketchUp can be glitchy at times. I haven't really had any issues, but I know other people have. So if SketchUp is being glitchy, it could be your internet connection, it could be your internet settings, it could be your Chromebook. It could be the fact that a lot of people around the world are using SketchUp all at the same time. So, could be any of those things. A couple tips are to clear your Chromebook's cache and then restart it. There's a video linked to the assignment there from our tech specialist on how to do that. Another tip is to do the work, earlier in the morning or later in the afternoon or even evening when less people are using it. So, to do this assignment, again, I think it'll turn out best if you use something called the 3D Warehouse. I want to show you what that is. So go to Google, go to My Apps, go to SketchUp. SketchUp's opening. I don't want to open it on a file. And go to Create New, and then Simple Template Feet and Inches. If for some reason you're not seeing that, you can open up an old file. Like this is a file from my 7th grade class. And then go up here and the folder icon and hit New, and it'll give you a new workspace. So I'm going to build a room. Start a rectangle. Start at the origin. Oops. There we go. And click, drag it out. And remember the dimensions are in the lower right corner. So this is going to be about 12 feet by 30 feet. It's a really big room, but it's your ultimate room. So there you go. Then we're going to make this 3D. So go to the push-pull tool. I'm going to pull that up. Now the problem is now we can't see in the room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Select tool. I'm going to select this wall. I'm going to right-click and go to Hide. So the wall is technically still there, but it's hidden so we can see through it. Do the same thing over here. Click on that wall, right-click and click Hide. And not that one. I'm going to move my view here a little bit. Zoom out. Oops, wrong way. There we go. My zoom is really touchy on this mouse. I'm going to select the ceiling here too, and then again, right click and hide. I would recommend leaving the professor there so you can kind of get some scale for what, for the size of everything in the room, so your bed isn't enormous or super small or, whatever. So now the 3D Warehouse is one of the tools over on the right-hand side. It's right above the materials. So it's those 3 boxes there. It says components, but you click on it and it gives you access to the 3D Warehouse. So in here, this little field here, I'm going to type dresser because I want a dresser in my room to put my clothes in. So these are all different dressers. I would recommend finding one that isn't too big a file. Like 3.9 megabytes, that's pretty big. You don't need that big of a fancy of a dresser. And there are multiple pages. There's 320 different dressers. That one looks kind of cool. It's only 0.47 megabytes. So I click on it, I move my cursor over, and there is my dresser. Now I'm going to move the corner on that edge. Maybe I'll put it over here. Actually, I want to show you how to rotate real quick. So there it is. And if you notice, it kind of automatically went to the move tool. And when you're on the move tool, you'll notice when you're on a plane of the object, on a surface, and you hover over any of these little red plus signs, it brings up this compass looking thing. And that's rotate. So green will rotate it that way. If I go over on this surface and hover over the plus sign, it gives me red, and that'll rotate it this way. And I want to get from the top view here, because I want to rotate it, I want to put it on this wall over here. So again, move tool, the 4 arrows. I go to the top surface, I hover over one of those red plus signs, and I click and I drag. And now I can rotate that over. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the corner of the actual thing, and I'm going to click and drag it over here and put it on the edge of there. Now, if the dresser's too big or too small, you can also change the scale of it. So it's also under the move tool here. It's this one here. It's on face, but you click, and why isn't it? Oh, wait, let me do this. I'm going to select off the screen. Okay. I click the move tool. Oops, sorry. Click the dresser to highlight it. Go here, click the scale tool, and it brings up all these little dots. Now I'm going to grab one of these corners. If you grab a corner, it'll keep it proportionally the right way, or right proportions, I should say. It won't like stretch it just vertically or just horizontally. So I can change the size of this. And the reason that's important is because sometimes these files that you find in the 3D warehouse are like enormous, and like, you know, the bed could be 5 times bigger than the dresser that you want for your room. So you might need to scale things. So that is scaling. I think that is about it. Play around with that. You can make some really cool looking things. Again, if you want to color things, if you want to paint the walls, go to materials, which is the single block over here. And all your colors. I'm going to have a pink wall over here. And maybe all my walls are going to be pink. And I'm going to have, do something crazy here, green carpet. You can actually probably find carpet. Yeah, carpet right here. There's all sorts of different carpets. Let's do that really weird. Whoa, that's crazy. So I don't think I could live in this room, but it's interesting looking. So play around with this, have some fun, import some cool stuff, try and make a design of your ultimate room. Please let me know if you have any questions. And if SketchUp is being glitchy, you might just have to do a cardboard model or something like that, but try SketchUp first. It is kind of fun to do all these kind of cool looking things, and it's going to turn out to be really professional looking, more so than a cardboard model. But do what you can. Let me know if you have questions. Take care. Talk to you soon.